Hello YouTube and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my version of a basic manicure. And I'm new to this. I have some things placed here on the sides of my hand trying to help me see where my hand should be placed so you guys can see it. But as you can tell, my nails are in some pretty good need of some care. I'm always in stuff. My hands are always busy, so my nails get a little out of whack sometimes. Usually when they get this bad off, I like to first trim them with just a small pair of trimmers. So I'll do that first. Try and even them all up. Over the past few years, I've developed some ridges in my fingernails. Sometimes I will trim them all the way down, but today I'm not going to do that. These look pretty rough too. When my nails get out of whack the way they currently are, I like to feel, I find myself walking around doing this, feeling the edges. And I'm also recording with a cell phone, so excuse the poor quality. Hopefully I can eventually do better than this. Don't really care for the way my hands look on the camera. But anyway, on with the trimming. Once again, even everything up. I'm also in severe need of lotion. My hands are very dry. I was out vacuuming my car this evening and got into some things. I hadn't put on any lotion yet. Story time while I'm doing this. Recently, I spilled some transmission fluid in the back seat of my car, and it's made a huge mess. So, I actually picked up something off the side of the road I thought was a wheel, and whatever it was full of oil and fluid. I put it in the back seat, and now it's got oil all in it. Okay. This one I trimmed down a little further because the nail is injured from a long time ago, having it slammed in a door. This one takes a little more work. I usually do have to trim that one all the way down. And then after I do my trimming, I do file. I don't do a lot, just enough to smooth out the edges. Let's see if I can do this where you guys can still see. I go over all of them with the rough side first, which is the dark side of the emery board. The light side has a finer texture. I like emery boards over the metal nail files. For some reason, I just feel like these do a better job, but everyone has their own opinion what they like. And then after I've used the rough side, I will go back over with the fine side. Just a little bit. And also in front of the camera, I'm not used to keeping my hands out in front of me like this. Often I do this when I'm doing my own fingernails. If you can still see what I'm doing. I'll turn my hands this way. I'm not used to doing that. This way. And then after I've done one hand, I'll come over to the other one and repeat. Rough side first. And then go back over one more time with the less abrasive side. And then, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone do this or not. Something I always do is I go under the free edge of my nails after having filed them. To get any fingernail particles that may have made it under them. And if anyone has any suggestions on doing videos with a cell phone, as far as placement goes, and advice on how to film a little better with a cell phone, please let me know in the comments. But this is literally all I have to record with. Then after I do that, I'll take a bowl of warm water and soak my fingernails for about 5 minutes. Okay, and once I'm done with my hand soak, dry my hands off. And then I'll use my cuticle pusher to push the cuticles away, give them a cleaner look. I like the wooden cuticle pushers over the plastic or metal ones. I just feel like they do a better job. Even though they're disposable, I feel like they do less damage in the long run. And I don't like using the cuticle trimmers at all. I don't use them the right way. I'm worried about hurting myself with them, so I just go this route. And it's really just as good, in my opinion. Considering I haven't done a manicure in a while on myself, my cuticles aren't that easy to push back right now, even after having a soak. It's still taking a little work to get them pushed. And something I failed to bring in here with me, I didn't think about in advance, was my fingernail scrubber. I usually use a nail brush to go over my nails with one final time to help clean away the little grubbies left behind from pushing the cuticles back. I'm cleaning up from under my nails again for an extra measure. So I'm going to go scrub them with a nail scrubber, and I'll be back. I forgot to put the nail scrubber in there. Need like 5 more minutes. Okay, I went and used my nail brush at the sink with hot soapy water to clean up around all my fingernails. Get all the little grubbies off from where I pushed back the cuticle. And the last thing with just this basic manicure. You can either use a polish or not. It doesn't matter. It's really personal preference. But today I'm going to use this Sally Hansen product, Hard as Nails Hardener. Really just to give my nails some shine. And this stuff has a pretty strong smell. It's not really a goopy product. I find this, I don't know if it's just because maybe it's one of the fresher ones off the shelf, but it's actually pretty thin. I keep having to wipe my brush to get off excess that runs down from the wand. I find it here on the little wand part, it runs down a lot into the brush. And I know you probably can't see this hand very well with this view. It keeps getting covered by this one. And again, I'll be playing with my camera placement over the next few videos. And so, there we go. Basic manicure complete. I've got some around the edges of my fingernails, which I will clean up. I'll show you real quick. I forgot to bring that stuff in here with me, how I do that, but I can see it on my skin. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my cleanup supplies. I have been using this Wet n Wild eyeliner brush to clean up around the edges of my fingernails because it's got a chiseled tip. And I use a little medicine cup. I recycle these and I use them for other things, like for condiments. If I want to put ketchup on my plate, instead of blobbing it up on the plate, I'll put it in one of these. And I use it for, you know, I use these little things for lots of stuff. And then I use the Walmart brand, the Equate nail polish remover. This stuff is only $1 and it works just as good as anything else. So I will just pour a tiny amount, less than a teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon, in my little measuring cup. Then I will just dip my brush in it. Wet the tip. And then go over the edge of my fingernails to clean up what's on my skin. And I use a paper towel to blot it with so I don't ruin any towels or washcloths in the process. But there are a lot of products on the market you can buy that are $1 that are just as good as anything. They're just as good as anything else. I mean, I don't have a big budget for this type of stuff. It's important that I keep the cost reined in if I do buy anything like this. So I've discovered along the way a lot of dirt cheap things that are really good products, and I'll be sharing those with you as I find them. All the Wet n Wild stuff, like this particular brush, these are really good brushes. And there are, depending on where you go, roughly $1. I got this one at Walgreens, 2 for $1 on sale. And I recommend going into Walgreens from time to time because they always have a lot of stuff at low prices. Sometimes it's cheaper to get things with them than it would be at Walmart, and you even get an extra for later. And these little brushes, they last a long time. Before I was using Q-tips, the sharp-ended toothpicks. I mean Q-tips for this type of thing, but I found they held too much of the nail polish remover. These little brushes actually create less waste. You get to save more of your nail polish remover for what you need it for, instead of it getting all absorbed into the Q-tip. And so that's looking a lot better. Once my nails are dry, I will just wash my hands, my fingertips with soap to get the glossy look from the nail polish remover off. Because right now it still looks a little glossy around the edges, but that's just from the remover. It's not excess polish at this point. Well, even I can't see. I need to figure out a better lighting situation or phone placement for my recordings. So I'm open to any suggestions. Anyone has any suggestions for me on how to place my phone for recording these videos? Coming up next will be actual colors I'm going to start trying out for you guys. And I find this difficult to do with my left hand. But that's okay. The more we practice, the better we get. And that goes with anything in life, not just painting your nails. So don't ever give up doing something just because you're not good at it in a moment. Because as you learn and you practice and you get better, no matter what it is, you'll always improve. And my hand has gotten a slight bit steadier after having done this a few times. But this will really clean up your manicure. Your nails will look much nicer. It'll be a much cleaner look. And if you haven't seen my nail polish collection video, please go check it out now. If you see any colors you'd like me to try, you want me to sample for you on here, I will. Generally, what I like to do is paint my fingernails and leave it there for a few days, and then make another video with another color later. But I've got a lot of colors I'm waiting to try. There, that looks much better. There we go. Much better. Now, with the leftover polish in my little cup, I never pour it back into the bottle. You'll contaminate what you've got. So it's better to throw what little bit is left in your cup away. I don't know how most of you dispose of yours, but often I'll just stick a paper towel or a cotton ball in my cup once my nails are dry and absorb the rest. I don't pour this down the sink. You can absorb it with a cotton ball, a little wad of toilet paper, or paper towel, and just chuck it in the garbage. Don't contaminate your water, your county's water, with nail polish remover. So I don't recommend pouring it down the sink at all. But thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And again, my content should get better. The quality should improve once I figure out better camera placement. Just be a little forgiving of that at the moment because I am new to this. I'm not exactly